It seems like the U.S. and the Trump administration is intentionally degrading relations with many of the African nations over here, and today we're going to discuss how and why. My name is Ambassador Tim Ford Jr. of the African Union AUCS, and I've been living over in East Africa, Tanzania for almost 5 years now, and I help my people invest, rebuild, and return over to the continent of Africa. But today we're going to discuss how President Trump and his administration is planning to close nearly 30 embassies over here on the continent of Africa. So let's go. Now, before we get into talking about what's going on with the embassies and everything, we must remember that over the past few months, President Trump has been making some disrespectful moves towards the continent of Africa. There's been travel bans, visa restriction, aid cuts, even trade tariffs have been directly targeted at many of the African countries over here on the continent. So the Trump administration is looking to close nearly 30 overseas embassies and consulates, and many of them being over here in Africa. Now, this initiative is a part of a broader plan in order to cut the State's Department budget nearly in half by 50%. And they're aiming to reduce foreign aid by approximately 75%. Now, according to an internal State Department document, the proposed closures includes embassies in Lesotho, Eritrea, the Central African Republic, the Republic of Congo, the Gambia, and South Sudan. Additionally, consulates in Durban, South Africa, and Douala, Cameroon are slated for closure, with their responsibilities potentially being transferred to neighboring countries. And over in Somalia as well, the diplomatic presence will be downsized. So that means there will be less aid and fighting off counterterrorism over in Somalia. Now, this plan is still under review, but the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, or the White House could sign this into act at any moment when they feel like it's ready to go into act. Now, embassies and consulate closures are being considered over in France and the UK and Germany, but the impact could be a lot different over here on the continent of Africa. Less diplomatic presence means greater isolation on the global stage. And embassies are very crucial for diplomatic engagement, also development coordination and public outreach. Now, shutting these down risks cutting off direct connections to governments and local communities over here on the continent of Africa. And it could even erode people-to-people ties. Trump's policies have already been ruining and altering U.S. and Africa relations. Many nations are already facing aid withdrawals, stricter immigration rules, and some countries are even facing deportation orders. And Trump even lied on the South African government and said that they're over there committing human rights violations and taking lands from the white farmers over there in South Africa. And many of the critics and many of the experts on the ground have come out and said that that is a straight up lie and there's no evidence to prove what he's talking about. So with that going on right now, many of the people in South Africa, particularly the government, are like, why is he lying on us and trying to mess up our image when we not doing nothing but trying to help our people over here? So he hasn't been caring about any relationship that's going on the continent of Africa. It seems like he's intentionally severing ties so that his budget can be right for his people that has him in charge. Critics of the proposal express concern that reducing the U.S. diplomatic footprint in Africa could diminish American influence on the continent, especially as other global powers such as China continue to expand their presence. They argue that such closures could hinder diplomatic relations, economic partnerships, and the promotion of democratic values. It seems like this man doesn't care about no diplomatic relationships or economic partnerships with Africa. That's the last thing on President Trump's mind. That's the last thing that man want to do is come over here and build with somebody on the continent of Africa. And I mean, it's his loss, guys. Like, we don't have to say, oh, Trump, why are you being so mean to Africa? Bro, build something. That's what our people doing anyway. Our people are seeing the writing on the wall. Many of the leaders over here are stepping up and realizing that, okay, if this how they're going to act, if this how they're going to continue to treat us, it's time for us to step up and do what we need to do. There are several examples of many of the leaders over here on the continent of Africa that's stepping up and putting their people in a good position to combat this mess that's going on and the blatant disrespect that's continuing to be brought forth from the President of the United States of America. So these proposed changes are supposedly a part of a larger effort to streamline government operations and reduce federal spending. So they're trying to find ways to cut corners and save some money because they've been spending too much money. In their mind, they're like, okay, let's cut money where it's really not that important. So in their mind, they really feel like it's not that important to have a diplomatic presence over here. While all these other countries are trying to continue to create partnerships, to strategically come on the ground over here, to strategically build alongside Africans, the U.S. is turning a blind eye and not building strategically over here on the continent of Africa. It's kind of weird because the entire world knows that Africa is next. The world knows that everything is coming through Africa. The world is changing to come directly to Africa. Things are coming to the motherland. And America is literally turning its back when they should be trying to strengthen ties. So I don't know, man. This seems very strategic. It's obvious that this is strategic. It's like a controlled demolition, man. He's trying to sever all ties and make sure that he sinks the ship in an amazing way. So, guys, look at the writing on the wall, man. Build for yourself. Look into things for yourself. Start learning how to connect with our people. Do things a little bit differently. Don't stay in the same way that we've been doing things. Don't continue to feel like that America is the only place and we have to continue to stay subjugated to what they tell us to do, how they tell us to move, and, you know, how they trained us to be as people around the world. We can see the world, we can tour the world, we can experience the world, and we can live anywhere in the world, for real. If you're watching our content, you're probably interested in coming over to the continent of Africa, where you're in luck. I have a free document that gives you everything you need to know in order to have a solid foundation so that you come over here successfully. All you have to do is sign up to our newsletter at our website, and you'll be sent that document directly to your inbox. And also, we have a free course that gives you everything you need to know so that when you decide to come over here, you have everything you need so that you can be good to get started. And we offer Swahili courses as well for those who are interested. If you want to be well-rounded and speak the language of Swahili so that you can come over here and be competent and handle your business properly, join us in our self-paced Swahili course as well. And we also offer consultations for those who are interested. I will sit on the phone with you and answer all the questions that you have to make sure that you and your family know everything you guys need to know so that y'all can make a smooth transition over here to the continent of Africa. And last, but certainly not least, we have a membership community of like-minded individuals who are working together and coming over here to the continent of Africa to hold each other accountable and build alongside one another. So if you're interested in joining our community or taking advantage of any other resources that we have for you guys, make sure you just click the link in the description box and join us at our website, and we got you, all right? Since we're here, gotta show y'all some of the products real quick.
This natural body ready. Not body.
Yeah. Natural product.
Natural body.
Yeah.
Natural body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come closer. Come. Busy Beachy.
Karibu.
And also, if you're interested in getting an herbal consultation to learn traditional methods and ways to help you overcome any illness or sickness you've been dealing with, click the link in the description box and sign up for our herbal consultations now, and my beautiful wife got you. And also, if you're interested in learning how to make herbal products and learning the traditional methods to foster in healing from different diseases, and also how to set up FDA GMP compliant herbal businesses, join us in our FordsHerbal Medicine Academy, where my beautiful wife, licensed herbal practitioner and student midwife, will teach you how to do everything in order to set up your business properly and learn how to make your products properly. So join us if you're interested. Karibu. So while the U.S. is trying to run away from Africa, a lot of the other countries like China, Russia, India, UAE, all of them are turning and looking to Africa and trying to pull their resources and invest in Africa fully and wholly over here. Trump may be proving his critics right, because this is not going to help with economic partnerships at all, because if all these countries are coming in and they're making strategic partnerships, why would they want to do partnerships with America if they already have good partnerships in place with other countries? So it's looking really, really fishy right now, Trump. Your people might be right about you, but hey, it's okay, because our people need to be right and get on the right side of history and position themselves properly. Even with the diplomatic relations, the blatant disrespect that he keeps showing to South Africa and many of the other countries with the bans and the restrictions that he have in place, he's not strengthening the relations at all. So it's looking like the critics are going to be right with this one, but it's not going to be a bad thing once again for us as a people. We have to take advantage of these times. Don't be afraid, because if you can see the writing on the wall and you know what's going on and you feel the truth and you have this calling within you about the motherland and you know what's supposed to be going on and you can just tell, take advantage of the opportunities. Just because you see what he's doing, if he's doing that for his country, that's for his particular reason, for who knows why. But if you know what's going on, don't let that be a deterrence to what you're supposed to be doing. Whatever warning they try to say, whatever travel ban, whatever they try to say to paint a negative picture about our motherland, talk to someone that's on the ground in that particular country where you're thinking about going, where you're thinking about setting your roots, where you're thinking about going to visit. Don't just look online at their sources and see where they say don't travel, where's the most, what do they say, the unsafest place, different levels. I've been hearing about all those type of things. So you have to have a strong sense of pride and a strong sense of pushing through and seeing what God told you to do. I know it's scary, I know it's difficult, and I know it gets tough on this journey of walking, coming to the motherland and living out this and really taking this chance and taking this leap, but it's worth it, definitely worth it. So take a chance. We have the writing on the wall, and we see what's supposed to be going on. We feel what's going on, so move accordingly and do what you need to do. Have no fear. Fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. So take advantage of the times and the opportunities and be bold during these times, all right? So guys, let me know in the comment box what you think about President Trump and his administration possibly closing almost 30 embassies over here on the continent of Africa. That's going to be major. That's going to be a game changer. That's going to be a rocker for the continent. So what you guys think, let me know in the comment box how they should move, what you think it should happen after this, and what do you think Trump cares? Do you think Trump cares about the diplomatic relationship and the economic partnerships with the continent of Africa? Let me know what you think in the comment box. And if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can stay tuned to the journey while we continue to bring the latest news about the continent of Africa and share my journey and bring you some of the history I've learned since being over here on the continent of Africa, all right? And if you'd like to support us as we document our journey, continue to bring the real news about what's going on the continent of Africa, click the links in our description box where you can support us at our CashApp or our Patreon or wherever you feel more comfortable with supporting us at, all right? And thank you guys for the love. If you made it this far, thank you for your attention. I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. And thank you for the love we've been shown so far. We don't take that for granted as well. We appreciate every comment, every well wish, every donation that's been sent our way. We don't take it for granted, all right? And if you made it to this far in the video, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I don't take it for granted. And I hope this content was able to bring you some value and you learn what we can do over here on the continent of Africa if you come together, all right? And once again, thank you for your time. And make sure you keep the shalom peace. And don't let these people stop you on your journey, all right? Make sure you keep going. Make sure you stay focused. And make sure you keep doing what you got to do, all right? Keep the shalom peace.